Stop scrolling. Look at the clock. That ticking sound isn't just time passing, it's your life currency draining away, 1 second at a time, exchanged for a wage that's losing value faster than you can earn it. Most people watching this are stuck in a dangerous illusion, a belief drilled into them since childhood that hard work and a salary are the path to wealth. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. If hard work alone created wealth, why aren't construction workers, nurses, and laborers some of the hardest working people on earth, the ones flying private jets? Why is the exhausted father working 2 jobs still choosing which bill to delay this month? The answer is immoral. It's mathematical. The system doesn't reward effort, it rewards ownership. You've been playing a game where trading time for money puts you on the losing side of inflation and taxes. You are the average variable, the one that gets erased over time. The wealthy stopped playing that game years ago. They don't work for money, they work for leverage. Until you understand that difference, you're stuck selling hours instead of building assets. Welcome to the wake-up call most people never get. Today we're breaking down the real divider between the wealthy and everyone else: leverage. This isn't about skipping coffee or living like a monk. If frugality alone made people rich, every broke minimalist would be a millionaire. This is about physics, not budgeting. Archimedes said, "Give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum on which to place it, and I shall move the world." The wealthy took this literally, while most people try to push the boulder of financial freedom with their bare hands, sweating, grinding, burning out. The rich build a lever. They push once, the system moves. That financial leverage comes in 4 forms. First, labor. Other people working for you. This is the oldest form of leverage. Your employer has it. You are the leverage. Second, capital. Money working for you. This is where wealth actually compounds. Third, code. Software that runs without permission and without sleep. Fourth, media. Content that reaches millions while the creator is offline, like this video right now. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If none of these work for you, you are working for someone who owns them. So ask yourself, are you the player or the piece on the board? Now you might think, that's great, but I don't have money, employees, or coding skills. Good, you don't need them. The most accessible leverage for ordinary people is the stock market, but only if you understand what it actually is. Most people treat it like a casino. They want to get rich next week. That's not leverage, that's gambling. The wealthy use the market to buy other people's leverage. When you buy a share of Apple, you're not buying a ticker symbol. You're buying thousands of engineers' labor. You're buying code that runs globally. You're buying distribution, branding, capital allocation. You're renting leverage. The majority work for corporations. A small minority owns them. The moment you shift from asking, how do I earn more, to how do I own more, the game changes. Now let's address the fear. What if the market crashes? What if I lose money? That fear is natural, but unmanaged fear keeps people stuck in cash. And cash is the only asset guaranteed to lose value over time. Volatility isn't a flaw of the market, it's the price of admission. Market crashes don't destroy disciplined investors. They transfer assets from emotional hands to patient ones. While panic sellers run for safety, long-term owners buy quality assets at discounts. If you stay entirely on the side of labor, you lose. You cannot outwork inflation. You cannot outsave a currency printer. You have to cross the bridge to capital. That starts by treating every dollar you earn as a soldier. Spend it on consumption and it dies. Deploy it into productive assets and it recruits more soldiers. Index funds, high-quality companies, businesses that produce real cash flow. That's compound interest, leverage that never sleeps. But here's the deeper layer most people never talk about. While individuals buy stocks, institutions buy control. There are firms whose scale gives them influence over entire markets, voting power in boardrooms, and massive sway over capital flows. BlackRock isn't a villain, it's a signal of what happens when leverage compounds for decades. As we move toward the next economic cycle, that concentration of ownership is going to expose cracks in the global system that most people are completely unprepared for. If you don't understand who owns the assets, you'll always wonder why the outcomes feel unfair. Don't be the last person holding depreciating cash when the music stops. Subscribe if you want to understand how this system actually works, not the fantasy version sold in school. And if you're ready to see how deep this rabbit hole goes, watch this next video. BlackRock owns everything, and 2026 will expose the system. Stop working harder inside a broken game. Start positioning yourself where leverage works for you.